Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Srimate Lakshmi Nrusimha Parabrahmane Namaha. Namaskarams, pranams. Hey Lord Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami, you are the one beyond any particular description. You are the omnipotent, the omnipresent who came into existence for the sake of a very small child, a balaka. You look into nothing other than the bhakti, love, affection, and in turn you pour limitless passion, karuna, karunya, and anugrahas that can be measured by no one. You are first disturbed by any small ill happening to your bhakta, your bhagavata, though that may have been by the effects of karma bias. You try to save us in one way or other from those bad effects of our karma. A lot of time it is always we people who think otherwise and decide you are the reason behind our suffering. You are a life that you gave us as mother, father, friend, and there is no one in this entire world, universe, except you to save us, to cajole us, to comfort us and relieve us from these bad karma effects. Jai Shri Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami. This month being a very holy month of our Lord Narayana, and that too special month for that Venkatesha who is seated on those Tirumala 7 hills. It is the month of Purattasi that approximately falls between September 15th to October 15th of the English calendar, and this month Shravana, the star, is the divine birth star of our Lord, beloved Lord Srinivasa on those 7 hills. So in this relationship series, this episode is going to talk about Tirumala happenings, the bhakti that needs no physical presence of us in the temple to see him at all. In another story, the essential simplicity, the humbleness, the nature of an old lady who has no knowledge of anything at all, any technicalities to reach his abode, his lotus feet, but she attains moksha. Yes, the first one is the story of a husband and wife who are the pot makers to the holy hills in Pottu, that is the prasadam making area. This pair of husband and wife used to churn the mud in their house downhill in a small village. They used to season it, make it into pots, and used to send it uphill in a bullock cart. Though they have a long day, long time, they had their inner thirst, urge of having the darshan of the Lord of the 7 hills. But they couldn't make it because if they stop working for a single day even, then the pots cannot reach Tirumala, thereby halting the process of prasadam making. So they decided to make a replica, a small one of Lord Srinivasa, and they garlanded it daily, started speaking with him, singing about him and all. One fine day, they were so emotionally disturbed to see their long pending wish to see their Lord. But no, they can't. So both of them, while churning the mud, while mixing with the mud, made small balls of it as flowers and slowly started putting it on the idol they had with them. Now it was a very auspicious, important date of function uphill with the king, queen, everyone waiting for the puja to be done to Venkatesha that day. The king has bought flowers made of gold, silver and various fragrant, beautiful ones. Once the puja started, the chief priest took all the gold ones, silver ones, fragrant ones and started to put it on the lotus feet of Lord Venkatesha. Now along with those, the mud balls started pouring. The king and queen were shocked. They cleaned the plate again and again and started to perform the puja. The same thing happened. The king got sad about his devotion and decided he has committed some error, some sin, so that small balls of mud comes in mixing with the gold and silver balls. The Lord Venkatesha ordered him to go to the potter and then listen. He rushed down and there he witnessed the pious scene of what happened. The potter couple, along with their work, making beads of mud and doing puja, was witnessed by the king and the queen. The king immediately gave them due respect and helped them have the darshan of Lord Venkateshwara on the 7 hills. The other Tirumala happening is attaining of moksha by an old lady who gave curd and milk to the Pottu, the prasadam making kitchen of Tirumala. It was 1000 years back when our great Acharya Ramanujacharya was administering the day-to-day affairs of Tirumala. One day he saw the old lady outside the Jiyarmat waiting to see him. She is the supplier of curd or milk to the Pottu, the kitchen of the temple. She saluted the Acharya and he asked what she wanted, some rise in the price of milk or something like that. She calmly said, "I am waiting, I want moksha." The Acharya was surprised. Such a big thing. She asked very easily. But he didn't want to discourage her. And he replied, Ma, I don't have that power. Just go inside. There is Venkatesha, Srinivasa, Narayana. He is the one and only prime authority to give the moksha to you. Now the old lady happily obeyed, went inside the temple and asked the Malayappa Swami, the Lord Venkateshwara, who was standing there, and applied for moksha. The Lord replied calmly to her, Oh, old lady, moksha is possible only through Acharya. You get this a rare gift through your Acharya Kadaksha, the Acharya Sambandha. Now the lady bounced back to the mud and told Ramanujacharya the happening. The Acharya was stunned. He couldn't believe what the lady said, the God coming and conversing with her. And now he decided to test. He asked the lady to go inside again. If it is as said by the Lord himself, then let the Lord give it in writing. She knows nothing. This lady knows nothing. But the Perumal, she rushed back into the temple. Stood before the lady. She knows nothing but the Perumal. She rushed back into the temple. Stood before her. Venkatesha Swami recited what was asked of her. Perumal, with a smile on his lip, wrote this in a palm script, a palm leaf, directing, saying, Moksha is to be attained under the guidance of an Acharya. The old lady came out and calmly placed the palm leaf before the Jagat Acharya, Ramanujacharya. The Acharya started running into the temple. What a miracle! What anugraham you have showered upon this old lady who knows nothing except the curd, the milk that she presents to you in your kitchen. Oh Narayana, Srinivasa, Govinda, you are my Lord, you are the holder of such daya, such karunya, compassion, love, affection and all. You are the only one who is potent to give the moksha. Jai Sri Venkatesha, Jai Sri Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami. People like this, we all sometimes possess a pride, a feeling that we do something for the Lord. Once one person was telling me he has been continuously contributing towards the prasadam distribution, and he is very proud that he is the major contributor to prasadams. Another one person said to him, I have done lot of ornaments, jewelries to the Lord, and I have spent this much for his jewelry, this and that. We should strongly remember one thing, whatever we give to him is what he gave to us. It is not at all our belongings. It is his grace that we have been blessed with wealth. He is the Lord who showed the whole world in his small mouth. He is the Lord who has given everything. While giving back, we should only carry humbleness and no ego, no pride. God is never bothered about what you do, but with what feeling you do. He always accepts mud, curd, milk if it is given with full bhakti, full love, full compassion. Throws out the golden valuables if we give it with pride and ego. Basically, we never understand this in our life, and after hearing these two happening stories of the old lady and the potter, let us humbly and earnestly present ourselves to the lotus feet of our Lord Venkatesha Nrusimha. The 6 Karnataka Nrusimha Divya Kshetras. The first one is Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami Temple, Harainahalli. It is located at Harainahalli, Singattagre, 35 kilometers from Hasan and 195 kilometers from Bangalore. The Hoysala period temple, a triple chain Trikuta temple. The temple was built by the Hoysala king Veera Someshwara. The temple contains 3 sanctums, Venugopala, Keshava and Lakshmi Nrusimha Swami. Built in 1235 AD, it stands on the Jagati, the raised platform. 3 temples are connected by a common hall. Stone carvings depicting swans, makara, leaves, scrolls, horses, elephants. Must visit Nrusimha Kshetra. The next one is the Swami Keshava temple in Nagamangala. It is located at a distance of 120 kilometers from Bangalore and 60 kilometers from Mysore. It was constructed in 12th century by rulers of Hoysala Empire. The temple is a star-shaped structure and it stands on a platform. In the center is carved the Adishesha with 108 conches around him. The temple has 3 deities, Sri Saumya Keshava Swami to the right and is Sri Narasimha Swami, and to the left is Lord Krishna with Rukmani and Satyabhama. Saumya Keshava is on a 6 feet sitting on the Garuda. A temple to feast for our eyes in terms of its architectural marvel beauty. This week's sloka of Sri Lakshmi Nrusimha Sahasranama. Kusheshayaya Kulaya Keshavaya Namo Namaha Shukti Karnaya Shuktaya Rakta Jikhvaya Ragine Deeptha Rupaya Deeptaya Pradiptaya Pralobhine Prashannaya Prabodaya Prabhave Vibhave Namaha. It says, Lord Nrusimha Swami is our graceful line-headed God, like a lotus, who is the greatest of all Keshava, who is happy, always hearing the prayers of his dear devotees. He is the Paramatma personified by the Vedas, with a red tongue who loves his dear devotees. He is in a splendid form, attractive, who destroys all evil, all inauspicious elements, and he is the one and only one who gives us spiritual enlightenment, and he is the Supreme Lord with all the powers. Srimate Nihamanta Mahadeshikaya Namaha.